Hey folks, Daniel with Hyperacusis Hope here. I wanted to make a quick video about acceptance today. I think with any chronic illness that acceptance is an important part of kind of reducing the suffering associated with the illness. It doesn't mean that we don't try to address the problem. It doesn't mean that we have to be happy that we have the problem. It's simply an acknowledgement of the reality of the situation. And once we acknowledge the reality of the situation, we can feel the feelings and process the sadness, the anger. And I think that also opens up the door to be, when you're in touch with your emotions, to feel those happy moments more as well. And I think also if we accept where we're at, if we're not in denial, we're able to kind of be like, okay, this is where I am. So how can I get to where I want to be, or at least take a step closer to where I want to be? Because how can you get where you want to go if you don't know where you are, right? So in the context of hyperacusis, what does acceptance mean? Well, hyperacusis sucks. There's no other way to put it. It is life-changing, but I think it's an acknowledgement of the pain or discomfort, the inconveniences, the isolation that it can cause, and allows us to think about how can we address those things. And I think acceptance is definitely a journey, not a destination. As some of you may be aware, I'm currently dealing with a setback. And I think, day 4 or 5 of the setback, I'm finally starting to accept that I am dealing with a setback. It's a little easier now that the pain is easing a little bit, but I am having a constant spasm, well, in both ears, but especially here, and the sound of my own voice is bothering me more. I'm not as able to project as much. I have to take breaks from talking, and I had finally clawed my way back to being able to sing a little, which brings me joy, and now singing brings me pain again. And it's sort of, a matter of sort of grieving that. So acceptance is also being open to new things. So my own voice is causing pain, spasming, ringing, but I'm continuing to slowly increase sound tolerance. I have absolutely no idea how long this is going to last. I've hated waking up in the mornings these last few days, if I'm being honest. And I sort of get to this point where I just wait until, enough time has passed to where I can fall asleep. I'm still finding moments of joy, during my days, but I think it's also important to touch on being kind to ourselves, because scrubbing my scalp is what brought me here. And to be honest, I knew that it was too much for me. I really should have broken it up into separate days, but also it's such a human thing to want to groom yourself. It's such a primal sort of thing, and that primal part of me sort of won over my logic, which was saying hey, you shouldn't do this. I noticed going through the forum today, a lot of people are talking about how they blame themselves, for their setbacks. Let's try not to do that. I'm in the same boat, but it's hyperacusis falls into the category of what I would call impossible conditions, right? It's just these basic day-to-day things can be painful and debilitating, and for some people can cause longer lasting issues. So I'm starting to accept that I'm going to wake up tomorrow with the spasm at the rate things are going. I have no idea when it's going to go away, but I'm going to try to just allow all the feelings in the frustration from the setback, but also happiness from the little victories, continuing to share with my Hyperacusis community. And let's just encourage each other, and let's try to get one step closer to overcoming this very difficult condition. Peace, y'all.